welcome once again to the 1990 World Ice Hockey Championships from Bern, Switzerland. Paul Ferguson here with Richard Beaupre. Coming up later in the program, Norway against West Germany.
This game means everything to these two teams. Great support for both sides. It's all down to this game. Last time out on April 25th, the Norwegians 7-3 winners over the West Germans. The West Germans have got to do it tonight. They've got to beat the Norwegians by more than 4 goals to avoid relegation.
Well, that's going to be a big one, but earlier on today we saw USA go up against Finland. This one underway with the Finns in the lighter jerseys playing from left to right. The Americans with Dahlqvist backhanding that along the boards. Modano picks it up. He's got Otto with him, drops it back to Otto. Otto working in on the slot. That's taken off, and that's left right there. The shot coming from Modano wide of the target. Ruutunen picked that up and shot it away. The Americans, right from the opening face-off, showing that they mean business as Johnson gets it as far as the blue line. Wilander to this side. That pass intended for Järvinen is too far, and Keskinen picks it up. Both teams changing already on the fly here. Loom behind the net, gets it forward. Oh, that's given off to Mark Johnson. He takes a shot, he fans on it. The backhand shot from Broughton, couldn't get any strength behind that, and Broughton picks it up along the boards, and the Finns really are napping out there.
Great opportunity for Mark Johnson. Didn't get all of that shot though.
The Finns being caught flat-footed in the opening stages of this one, as they were in the opening stages of the first period when they first met earlier on in the tournament. The Americans came out buzzing. Broughton pushes that into the far corner. Loom goes after it. Again, both teams getting fresh legs out there. The backhand shot coming from Yellow. Suominen picks it up behind the net, being shadowed along the boards. O'Regan goes after him. Sacco misses that one. Still kept in by the Finns, double teaming the American defense. Pushed out to the long side. Fitch takes a shot, takes a deflection, and back come the Finns. The break is on the far side. The shot coming from Suominen. Trying to push that one out front. O'Regan goes after his man, Ruutu. Ruutu turns on a dime there. Can't control the puck. O'Regan picks it up. O'Regan happy to flip it to Lindfors. And the Finns bring it out of their own zone to center and flip it into the USA territory. Going after it is Gosselin. Drops it off there for Galliani. He hasn't played a lot of hockey with Team USA, but getting a starting role here in this final outing. Ruutu, his pass was intercepted. Pushed up along. Far side, the rebound. They score! Well, a good play there by McSwain, who, along with Galliano, has been sitting it out for the past couple of days.
Ed Galliani and Kevin McSwain, Stephen McSwain that is, have not played very much in this tournament. Some good work from both of them as they're fresh off the bench. McSwain with the final touch. Lindfors flat out unable to come up with that one. There's the shot from Ed Galliani. Lindfors makes a save, but very lazily and sloppily leaves that rebound there. McSwain does well.
Keskinen works his way over the blue line, backhands it into the far corner. Stevens takes a chop at his man. Otto wants it, and he works forward now as Dahlqvist gets that one up. Johnson, return shot from Dahlqvist, misses the target. Going up on the boards is Järvenpää. Järvenpää working into the slot area, still hanging on to that puck. Suominen running interference as Loom picks it up now. Looking for Suominen. The pass didn't come off, and Broughton tips it forward. Some good interception there as Johnson tried to get it forward. Wilander dropped it back. It's right in front. The net is wide open. Broughton picked up that loose puck and brings it out against Lima. Flips it over to this side to Ranheim. Takes a shot. Lindfors comes up with a save, and the Americans looking so strong on that break as Yellow takes it out of the corner now. Mark Johnson takes it off him, and Broughton goes in, pinned against the boards by Yellow. Johnson put it behind the net. Luma came to the rescue, took it off Renheim, but gave it away again to Broughton, right in front. Broughton looking for Johnson. Johnson trying to get around Lindfors, and Lindfors came up with a save. The Americans are all over them here in the first period. The shot. Broughton got a piece of that one. Broughton again working his way in. That one is high and wide. An incredible start by USA. Well, they're enjoying this one. Järvinen gets it to the far side, and the Finns trying to get new players out on the ice.
The Americans look loose and very relaxed. They look like they're really enjoying themselves out there, all over the Finns.
Norton takes it behind the net, being shadowed. Pushed along to Vuori, kept in along the blue line by Fritsch. It's right in front, the net is wide open. O'Regan makes it 2.
Well, Lindfors had seen enough. The puck was kept in by Fritsch at the blue line. Lindfors goes out of the goal to try and take control himself. Doesn't play that one very well. Sacco sees O'Regan coming in. He wastes no time with a one-timer there. Quick shot, goal for Tom O'Regan. There you see Lindfors struggling. He knows he's in trouble now. It's going to be too late. Tom O'Regan with the goal.
Fritsch for USA. Dropping that back. A long pass forward by Dahlqvist. And the Finns now with the long shot. Dropped right in the corner. No one seemed to want that. Pushed along the boards now. The Americans getting a bit sloppy as McSwain couldn't pick that one up. McSwain going after it along with Dahlqvist. McSwain will pick it up and get it to number 12, Galliani. Galliani takes a hit just inside the line. That one just whistled by the far post of Lindfors. And again, we see the teams changing on the fly out there. Still in the first period. 2-0 the score. Rautio head-manning the puck up to the blue line. And 3 Americans back as the Finns work their way in with Keskinen. Looking for Wilander. He finds him in the circle. Wilander drops it back. Taken out of the play is Rautio. Some excellent stuff by the Americans in their own zone. Modano trying his work his way in with Stevens and Otto. Taken out and Loom. Järvinen bring it back. Järvinen drops it back right in front. Otto picks it up. Pushed over to Stevens. Right in front of the net as Modano. Stevens. Still the Americans throwing it around out there with authority, with confidence. The Finns trying to get out of the zone, and they do. Pushed over to number 14. They fan on the shot. That's Järvinen. Couldn't get any power behind that one. Laxola to the far side. Ruutu skated in, waited for the pass, but it went into the neutral zone. Ruutu has a chance right in front. Made it look so easy. He did it on the second attempt. Vuori set him up. We saw Ruutu breaking for the net earlier. The pass went the other way, but this time they connected.
A couple of very nice moves from Vuori. Slides it over to Christian Ruutu. He's all by himself. John Blue without a lot of chance on that one. There you see number 22, Vuori, stepping up to the blue line. He's through the defense. Passes it over to Ruutu. Very easy goal for Christian Ruutu.
Järvinen. That one off a skate to O'Regan. Back to the defense. Järvinen goes after his man, and it's shot down the ice. Luma. Cole wants it. Galliani. Galliani, nice move there. Going after it now is McSwain. McSwain hustling, looking for Galliani. Gets it as far as the red line, and the Finns pick it up. Along the boards is Rautio being hassled by Danton Cole. He really did give him a rough ride on that left wing. A long pass, too far from anyone. A touch by the Americans. Offside call. Some good work there by McSwain and Galliani.
That's right, both of them working very hard out there. The pair of them getting the opportunity to play in this game for the U.S., wanting to show their stuff. They're both going 100%. They've created a couple of good opportunities.
Paul Renheim receiving some attention behind the USA bench. 2-1 the score here in the second period. The Americans with McSwain and O'Regan scoring. Ruutu for Finland. Modano now has it. Pass into center. Seems to be trapped in the skate. Well, it's not very often we see that. See Renheim still receiving attention. He's got the ice pack as he works his way back to his seat on the bench.
Wonder if that whistle hadn't blown, if Johnson would have skated himself into the net with that puck in his skate, tried to come out with a goal on that. He was talking to the ref before the period. I think he feels the ref owed him one on that holding call he gave him in the first. I wonder if that would have made it even.
The break here. Blue coming way out. And that puck got caught between the boot and the skate. So they had the face-off at center. And we saw Renheim stepping on the ice, but he's not on the ice right now. It looks like he may have gone to the dressing room for repairs. Possibly a stitch or two. We'll wait and see. Suminen gets ready for this face-off. Otto for USA. Dahlqvist along the boards. Modano too far for him. Suminen. Rautio. Yalo wants it along the boards. Yalo gets it. Gets by his man. He's got Järvenpää right in front of Suminen. That one right across the goal. Suminen couldn't put it away. Otto breaks now. Or Stevens with Otto. The shot, he scored! Modano put it in the net, and that line with Otto, Stevens, and Modano working hard out there, dropping it back, setting up that goal-scoring opportunity to make it 3-1.
Otto brought the puck out of the zone, fed it to Stevens, a nice drop pass, a good flow here. The Americans really moving away from the play. Modano snaps that one high upstairs over Lindfors. Nice goal for Mike Modano.
Brown all the way into Finnish territory. Fitch shoots that one around the boards. O'Regan is right in front. Sacco goes after that one, but that's golfed all the way around to this side of the rink. And Fritsch again tries to keep it in. Doing a good job of forechecking Sacco now with O'Regan. Sacco right in front. O'Regan with a lot of time on the puck. The shot coming from Brown. USA with the pressure on here. Sacco being pressured by Ruutunen. Ruutunen comes up with the puck, tries to get it to Järvinen. Brown in his own zone. Headmans the puck to O'Regan. Rautio lost it. Vilander picked it up. The pass forward now. The Finns breaking with 3 men on goal, dropping it back to the slot area with Rautio. The shot coming just wide to the far side of the net. McSwain took a swipe at that. Galliani gets it behind the goal, and Norton has it now. Norton up on the wing. McSwain. Galliani gets the tip, and that misses the far post. McSwain going after the Finnish defenseman Luma. Luma having problems being pressured by 2 Americans as they keep to keep the puck in the zone. Goslin now gets it into McSwain. Right in front, the shot. Cleared away by Loom. He tries to slow it down as the Finns jump on the ice and change personnel. The break is on now. Suominen going right in. Oh, and a great move by Blue as he came out and gave the poke check at the last moment. That trickled by the far post. And Blue has been outstanding between the pipes.
Raimo Suominen has scored a few goals in this tournament on plays just like that. John Blue took that one away from him. A good job by Blue to come out after him. There's Suominen on the break. He's got the puck on the forehand. He's looking to get it over on the backhand for the deep. But John Blue comes out and gets a piece of him.
Less than 4 minutes now remaining on the period. 3-1 to score. USA leading Finland from the face-off. Ruutu tries to intercept that one. Otto now gets around Vuori, but Modano just a bit too keen to get over that blue line. Offside is the call. This line has really looked strong today on the far side. Well, was it an offside? Modano was dragging the foot. My co-commentator is shaking his head, pulling out his hair. He wants to be a referee someday.
No, thank you.
Gotta be one of the toughest jobs in the world to be an official in any sport. Stevens has that knocked away by Henriksen. That could have been dangerous. The Americans relaxing just for a minute. Dahlqvist picks it up. The long pass to the top of the slot area. Eventually goes down to Lindfors. He hands it off to Mikulainen. Mikulainen buzzing down that wing, going right in on goal. Takes a shot, he scores!
Great individual effort from Mikulainen. A move to the outside, cuts to the inside. He's through the defense, keeps his balance, lets a low wrist shot go on the stick side and beats John Blue. That's a nice effort. There you see it again, a very quick lateral cut there. He's in the middle, keeps his balance. Great shot, a nice goal for Mikulainen.
Loom picks it up. He'll want to get it right back in. A nice move by Loom as he tries to work his way in front of the net. Still, it's Luma. Galliani having problems with Ruutunen. It's pushed into the corner. The Americans are back in force. Fitch. Galliani. Ruutunen wants it, and he gets it on this side of the rink. Ruutunen fires it deep into the zone. Pushed behind the goal. The Americans will be happy with that. McSwain goes after his man and comes off second best. The shot coming in. Blue is there. He made the save, and look at the number of players in front of that goal. Everyone looking for that loose puck. McSwain, Cole, Broughton, not to mention the Finns.
John Blue has had a heck of a game. He just came up big right there. All kinds of bodies in front of that net. There's Järvinen camped out there. Blue gets it and he hangs on. Gets a lot of help from those blue shirts coming back, but he made the big save on the initial shot. The American flags are flying. Still not over yet. Face off deep in the American zone. 1 second left on the clock. The Finns have got time to just try and get one shot.
Well, the official wants to make sure this is done properly. Everyone out of the circle.
Highly unlikely with 1 second, but anything can happen.
Well, that's it. The game is over. They go back to congratulate Blue, who played really well between the pipes. 3-2 is the final score. USA over Finland.
The U.S. finishing things off nicely there. The Finns with a good effort to try and knot this one up. Just came up short.
So a good finish there for USA in the competition. They really came on strong at the end.
Finished the tournament off properly. It's their best finish in a few years.
Well, the Germans are here, the Norwegians are here. Let's take a look at the bottom half of the table. The Americans with 12 points finished off in 5th. The Finns are comfortable 6th with 6 points. But the big battle now is for Norway and West Germany.
They've got it all to play for here. The West Germans are going to go all out. Big crowd here, a lot of support for them. They know they need a 4-goal win.
The West Germans came into this one, and we thought they would be stronger than they are. Really, they've been struggling throughout with injuries and suspensions. Their coach has been sick from time to time. The group ranking is 8th, offensively 5th, defensively 7th. The last game out was the 3-5 loss to USA against Norway. They got trounced 7-3, so they'll be looking for a turnaround victory here today.
They've got great forechecking, and they're going to have to be putting a lot of pressure on that Norwegian defense, which has been susceptible up to this point.
Well, as I said, we thought the West German side would do a lot better than they have done. The Norwegians have been strong. They've been looking good. The more they've gone on, they were recently promoted from Pool B last year, and they're keen not to go back there. Offensively 6th, defensively 8th. The last game out they got clobbered by the Finns 8-1, and of course the West Germans beat them on the 25th of April. They're going to be looking for a comfortable win today. They want to keep the West Germans away from that 4-goal margin. That's all important.
That's right, the Norwegians did well the first time out, but they've got to get the puck out of their own zone and play better defensive hockey tonight.
So coming up, Norway against West Germany. They're both at the bottom of the table, but it is all important. Last time out, Norway 7, West Germany 3. Welcome back to Bern, Switzerland for the World Ice Hockey Championships. Norway against West Germany. Let's make sure I've got this right. The last time out, Norway 7, West Germany 3. So that was on April 25th. So now the West Germans really need to hammer the Norwegians to avoid relegation. They got to pile on the goals. Let's take a look at this West German lineup. On paper, they got a good team with Helmut Raff and Klaus Melk between the pipes. Pokorny, Kries, Udo Kiesling, one of our favorites. Niederberger has been looking good. Schmidt has been physical, and Heimer can put the puck in the net.
They've got good forwards who do a lot of forechecking, which they're going to be really going after tonight. Harold Berg, of course, a very good forward who's glad to be back in that lineup after an injury earlier. The two Trunchkas play very well with Dieter Hagen. Hilger and Holtzman have shown their worth in this tournament. Draisaitl is a good center, good playmaker. Dieter Hagen, we already mentioned, of course, plays well with Gerhard Trunchka. Villman and Steiger do a great job of forechecking as well.
Well, as we say, on paper, they look very good. Richard, what's going wrong on the ice?
They've been a bit unfortunate at this point. The puck really hasn't bounced their way on a few occasions. They've run out of steam in the third period. That's been another problem they've had.
George Kingston there, the coach of Norway, has a good crew, good goaltending in Martinson. He's been strong. Young Steve Allman really hasn't seen a lot of action. Salston, Ellingson, Anderson, Fagerli. Eichlin is one of our favorites, number 26. They're all pretty good, but on the day, I don't think they can match up to the West Germans.
Hoff and Lovedahl, of course, play with Steve Foyne. That's a good line together. Bergsang and Walby are very good wingers. They do the job in the corners. Gunderson and Gullikson, of course, on the right side. They're both diggers. Biltbaum is a very talented two-way hockey player up front as well.
So the teams getting set for this opening face-off. Jim Martinson will take up his position between the pipes for Norway, as they really do have a lot of support here today. They know how important this one is. Helmut Raff, who plays for Dusseldorf, will be in goal for West Germany. He's been solid throughout. And look at this crowd basking in the sunshine that's coming through the glass at the top of the table. The West Germans, the top of the building rather, the West Germans playing from right to left. Referee Gaudet taking a bit of time getting this one together. checking to see that the starting 6 for West Germany and for Norway are the right guys on the ice. So here we go with this all-important one. Benedetto and Bell will be the linesmen. Gaudet, the referee. The Norwegians, with a big roar from the crowd, get the first touch as Heimer goes back for it. And this is so important for West Germany. They really do not want to go down to Pool B, so they have to pile on the goals. The Norwegians are the new kids on the block, so they're not too settled in Pool A right now, but I'm sure they don't want to go down either. We know the Swiss will be here next year.
The Swiss have worked hard to get to Pool A. The Norwegians worked very hard last year to get here, and they want to stay here. With these 91 games coming up, to be in Finland, of course, there's always rivalry with the Finns and the Norwegians. They want to stay there. The West Germans have got a lot of work to do.
Kept in the zone, bounced into the corner. Kreis goes after it. Holtzman picks it up. Holtzman taps that forward, and West Germany right away on the break, the shot. Martinsen handles that, and you can see how quick the West Germans are to get in there and look for that rebound. A bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing really serious.
There it is, a long shot. He got a lot on that one, but Martinsen makes an easy glove save. No problems with that. Both teams are going to try and establish some kind of muscle here early. The crowd is going to be lively and noisy all the way to the end of this one, and there's no love lost between these two teams. It's a rivalry, and they both want to win.
It's not a full house here, but it's an excellent crowd for this one. The Germans have crossed the border. The Norwegians have had a little further to go, but they're here in their numbers. Trunchka gets the shot away. The effort coming from him to get round Christensen, just incredible stuff. The West Germans are pumped up for this one. Trunchka squeezes his man out of the play. Kick to the far side, and Dieter Hagen gets it over the blue line, slaps it in. Martinsen, an easy one for him, but he gives it right to Trunchka.
This line with the two Trunchkas and Hagen is going to see a lot of ice time out there tonight.
Schmidt backhands that along the boards. Soyard couldn't keep it in. Dieter Hagen now. Hagen skated out of the play right on the blue line. Trunchka hammers Christensen along the boards. Both teams trying to get a change. Walby going in. Still Walby. Trunchka stays on him. There are two Trunchkas out there. Walby hands it off to Gunnarsson. He flips it in the corner. Pushed up to Lupzig. Lupzig hands that one off to Bernhard Trunchka, who's been out there for a long time. Trunchka lets that one slide off his stick in the neutral zone. Taken right in front of the net is Brandl. He backhands that as far as the blue line. Not a good clearance from him. West Germany double teaming the man in the zone. Brandl sees that one go up in the air, and eventually the whistle blows. The crowd from Norway, the crowd from West Germany, banging on the drum, singing their songs. Very colorful crowd throughout this tournament.
We've mentioned that the Norwegians have been very susceptible defensively. They're also going to need a big game from that Lovedahl, Hoff, and Foyne line out there. They're yet to produce much in this tourney. That's the big line for the Norwegians.
Biltbaum getting a shot on goal. Graf coming up with a save. The 29-year-old goaltender for Dusseldorf has been solid. At times his defense have been lacking, but not a lot of the goals going in have been down to the goaltender for West Germany. They've been looking good. Merck and Darach. The puck just lying there. No one really could get to it. Hilger breaking down on the wing, breaking right in, the shot. Martinsen hangs on to that, makes it look so easy. Holtzman is there, Bjerk is there. knocking on the door, looking for that loose puck.
There you see Hilger on the rush. That Norwegian defense is backing in. They're right in the low slot. By the time Hilger gets to him, they've got to stand him up on the blue line. Martinson's going to see a lot of rubber if the defense keeps backing in on him like that.
The name of the game is to take these guys out right at the blue line if you can. Stand them up and make sure the wingers pick up the loose puck. If you back in on the goalie, boy, they're going to get a good shot. They're going to use you as the screen. Trunchka spins his man around. That was Lovedahl. It comes up on the wing now. Foyne taking his time, gets the shot away. That goes wide of the target. And the West Germans getting every man back as Lovedahl goes into the corner. That goes as far as the blue line, and it's punched out to Dieter Hagen. Back into the corner. That sunlight breaking on the ice and the boards. And we have a penalty on the play. The penalty box is open. Dieter Hagen steps inside.
Well, got that right there on the blue line. The West Germans had control of the puck. There's Hagen tying up Hoff. Well, the two men are sort of tied up. You can see Gaudette's arm go up in the air. Hagen kicked Hoff's skates out from underneath him. Caught by Gaudette. He was right on the spot.
He'll sit for two. Norway now with the man advantage. Getting it back to the defense. The shot coming in. The Raff. Solid goaltending from West Germany. Norway bringing it up slowly over the blue line. Hoff, Lovedahl and Foyne. Hoff at the circle. Hoff. Back to the point. Hoff. Back to the point again. The shot. Trunchka goes after that one. It's tipped in the corner. Norway moving all around the goal, setting this one up, taking their time. The West Germans with that box behind the net to Foyne. Foyne is hammered into the woodwork. It goes back to Hoff. The shot is kicked away into the corner. 1 minute remaining on the penalty. Coming up to the 4-minute mark. Niederberger trying to hold his man behind the net. Hoff has got it right in front. Hoff takes a shot. Trunchka picks it up. Still Norway putting on the pressure now. Graf hangs onto it behind the goal. Some good action around that West German goal. Lovedahl, Hoff giving Graf a hard time. And this time Graf gets to it first.
This is a line that's got to produce for the Norwegians. Lovedahl is a very clever center. Can really move that puck, and Foyne's a sharpshooter. He's got to get himself open. The Norwegians really need this line tonight.
Christensen against Leipzig. 35 seconds to go on the penalty. Goes back to the point. Steiger goes after his man. It's punched into the corner and then back to the point again. Soyard over on this side. The shot coming from Ellingson. Goes off a defender, and the West Germans will go for a skate on this one. Pokorny flips that to the far side, and West Germany slowly shoot that one all the way down the ice. West Germany getting set as the supporters count down the penalty seconds. They're back at full strength. The break is on now. Leipzig going in, right in front. The shot coming. Hagen blasted that one wide. Walby couldn't pick that up along the boards. Taken over the line. Norway trying to change on the fly, and that shot all the way down the ice. Price touches it. Finstad clearing that one out of the zone. Icing will be the call.
Good action there. Martinson lucky. The West Germans in a 2-on-1 situation. They could have made more out of that opportunity.
Let's look at this again on the slow motion replay. The shot missing that net. Dieter Hagen should have made more of that. Holtzman in the face-off circle. The West Germans are really keyed up for this. Bjerk roving all around. And the officials telling the Norwegians, get on the circle, get in position, and start playing hockey. Bjerk picks it up. Still no score here in the first period. Price shoots it across. Holtzman goes after it, ties his man up, but can't get the puck. Picked up by Bilkbaum. Pushed along to Noel. Out of the zone, and the break is on. Going after it is Gunnarsson. Good little move there by Doraf as Kreis picks it up now. Dropped into the high slot area. A giveaway there. Right in on goal. Gunnarsson was robbed. Doraf was right there. Salston shot that one away. West Germany trying to regroup. West Germany with Bjerk circling in his own zone. He's got the crowd behind him. Bjerk taking his time to get over that blue line. It's shot in, but the offside whistle blows. And the Norwegians are lining up across that blue line. You can see they've got 4 players right there. Holtzman is saying he wasn't offside. He straddled that. Non-stop action here as Schmidt shoots it in. Norway happy just to get it out of the zone, but they can't do that right now. A lot of pressure coming from West Germany. Not a good pass there. Picked up by Foyne. Schmidt will get that one and gives it to Dieter Hagen. Hagen pushes it across to Trunchka. Trunchka over the line. Trunchka taking on 3 players, eventually loses possession, and the Norwegians come back along the left wing. No real penetration there from Hoff. Schmidt head-manning the puck. Trunchka to Bernhard Trunchka. Trunchka going in on the backhand side, right in front. Gerhard Trunchka took the shot. The save was made by Martinson. Trunchka again gets it back to Trunchka. Right in front, and you can see the effort coming from the West Germans. They're trying to shoot, trying to pass when they're down on the ice. Foyne brings it over the line. Brandl breaks that one up. Leipzig goes after his man. A good move by Leipzig to keep it in the zone. He's got Brandl in front. Leipzig brings it out front. It's still there. The goalie's down. The backhand comes. Martinson, there's going to be a penalty on the play. It goes right back to Bourcorne. He's about to shoot. Kuhnhackl, who's coaching now for West Germany, says, why did the whistle blow? Let's see if we can sort this one out.
Leipzig with a nice move. He cuts in. He's all by himself. Both Norwegian defensemen go with Thomas Brandl. There's the puck. Leipzig's looking for it. Another shot. It's off Martinson. He's still got possession of the puck between his skates. There the Norwegians touch it. That's when the whistle blows. God, that was right on the call. Look at George Kingston, the coach of Norway, very concerned at the way his team is playing around that goal.
Anderson will sit for 2. So West Germany right now, with all the action going in their favor, will have a man advantage. Still no score in the first period here. Brandl gets that back. Bourcorne takes the shot. It's loose right in front. Picked up by Finstad and brought out of the zone. Finstad, a long shot. De Raaf makes a good save. It's still right in front. O'Corney had to kick that one out as far as the blue line. And West Germany now with Lutzig. Brandl tipped out. Some good defensive work by Ellingson along the far side. Was Kiesling as he tried to bring it in. And West Germany really have to slow this down and start moving purposefully. They've got to go forward with 2 or 3 players, not just one at a time on a power play. Eichmann, it's right beside the net now. West Germany with the man advantage, throwing it around to Kiesling. The shot from inside, the goalie's down. Brandl tries to get it right in front, and Martinson hangs onto it with 1:02 remaining on the penalty. 8:36 gone in the period.
Good action here. Steiger with the puck, top of the circle, lets it go. It hits Christensen in front, goes wide. Brandl was right on it. Martinson still scrambling around, covers the puck up. The Norwegians doing a good job of forcing the play. The big defenseman Ellingson stepping right up to that blue line on more than one occasion there on the penalty killing, really putting pressure on the West Germans as they were attacking that goal. .102 left in the penalty.
Tarjka loses out. Walby goes after it for Norway. Not a good clearance from him as it bounced off his skate. It goes all the way back to Schmidt. He taps it in. Dieter Hagen has the goalie down. He can't get one. That one's in. It's in the net. Niederberger. Hagen had the goaltender down. He really didn't know whether to shoot or do what, so he got it back to Niederberger. Let's see this again.
Now you can see Dieter Hagen. He's playing cat and mouse with Martinson. He's down. No chance of getting up. Niederberger steps into the slot. Blasts that one into the goal. A great pass from Dieter Hagen. There you see Martinson. He's down. He isn't going to get up. There's no way. The puck goes across. Great one-timer by Niederberger for goal number 1. This crowd is on its feet.
So the Norwegians with that goal are back at full strength as we approach the 9-minute mark here in the first period. That's the start West Germany wanted. Offside is the call. They're flying.
They're flying and they're being patient. They know they need a big win here, and they're really controlling that puck. They are forcing the play toward the goal, but a play just like that is a classic example. Hagen taking his time, looking for the right pass. He found it. That's a nice one.
Tapped forward for Bjerk. Taken out of the play by Salston. Norway now moving forward. Christensen turns, takes the shot. Oh, and a good save by De Raaf. Christensen, a good turn from him to move himself into the high slot. He let the slap shot go, and De Raaf was there with the key save.
That could have been trouble. A good move. Christensen's in the slot. De Raaf sees it all the way. The puck flips up off his glove and he controls it. Some good action on the rebound as well. You can see the Germans with Holtzman, the center, getting right back into the front of that goal to help out.
Well, that puck was on its edge, so a bit unfair for Christensen. Difficult for him to get a good shot away, but nevertheless it was labeled for the goal. Brandl against Walby. Every face-off important. That goes back as far as Salton. It's not away, it's right in front of the net. The goalie's down, the net is wide open. They try to jam it in. That's Anderson along with Christensen trying to jam it in beside the post and the glove, but it just didn't come off.
As you mentioned, Paul, these face-offs so important. The West Germans defensively a bit weak here, not getting back to that goal quickly. That could have been a goal very easily. Udo Kiesling's the only man back there. 2 Norwegians camped out right in front of De Raaf.
1-0 the score here in the first period. West Germany leading. Walby and Brandl again. Walby wins this one. Too far for anyone. Salston will go deep. Salston shoots that up to Walby. He pushes that one forward, but Brandel picks it up, and there's going to be another penalty for tripping on the play.
Well, the veteran Kiesling, he won't argue the call. Very level-headed, very disciplined hockey player. Goes to the penalty box with his head down. There you see the replay. The Norwegian forward is airborne. Kiesling got a leg out on him. He'll sit 2 for tripping.
That's his 5th penalty of the tournament. So a power play situation for Norway. Trunchka out there going against Lovedahl. Trunchka gets it back. Schmidt shoots it down the ice. Peter Salston camps out behind his own goal. Leaves that one, and Norway breaks now. 4 players going forward. Coyne working in on the left wing. The last minute poke from Niederberger as Schmidt goes after it in the corner. Dropped all the way back to Salston. He can't keep it in, and Trunchka will go after this one. Anderson gets there first. Dieter Hagen forechecking with him, and Trunchka goes after that guy who is Ellingson behind the net. The long pass up on the left wing. The long shot. Anderson getting a piece of that one. Salston again can't keep it in his zone. Trunchka hands it to Niederberger. Niederberger going in on goal. Takes a shot. Kicked away by Martinson. Some good stuff with a man down. Coming up to 1 minute on the penalty. 10:34-35 gone on the period. Coyne brings it back up ice.
Norwegians not able to settle this down and get control in the German end.
Walby gets it back to Ellingson to the far side. The shot deflected into the corner from Eichland. A lot of wood on that. Foyne looking for that loose puck. Foyne picks it up for Norway. Ellingson on this side is calling for it. 23 seconds now. Norway slowly building this up now. Number 4, Aga Ellingson tips it back into the top of the circle. Gets it now over to Foyne. The shot. Good defensive stuff from West Germany as Bjerg picks it up. Bjerg has that one taken off his stick along the boards. Udo Kiesling steps on the ice and the whistle blows. So another excellent effort by West Germany to kill off a penalty.
Well, there's the leadership of Udo Kiesling. He goes back to tell Helmut Duraf, thanks for helping me out there. His penalty is over. He'll be right back in the action. Very appreciative to his goalie for keeping that puck out of the goal while he was in the box.
Good turnout here to see these two teams play. A lot of noise in this Bern rink. They really have supported this tournament throughout, and the noise throughout has been deafening. Cornet all the way back to the boards, and you can see how physical the West Germans are getting, putting the Norwegian players right into the spectators. Steiger flips that one forward. Brandel. Norway now starting to go forward. The long shot, the fake, working right in on goal. That's right in front. Brandel will pick that one up with ease and flips it out of the zone. As far as Steiger. Steiger gets it into center. Pokorny right across the goal. Trunchka goes after that, and that takes a deflection into the Norwegian bench. We'll have another face-off.
The West Germans are really clearing that zone. Thomas Brandel on the play and away from the play, really throwing his weight around. The very aggressive center put one Norwegian into his bench, and then moments later he rattled Bergsang away from the play to keep him out of the play. A good shift for Brandel.
12 and a half minutes gone in the first period. There's the scoreline, 1-0. West Germany over Norway. Trunchka, it gets back to Schmidt. Schmidt takes a shot. Martinson has it. was looking for someone to pass, who eventually got it over to the far side. Lovedahl trying to get the handle on that. Dieter Hagen couldn't get that one on his stick. Tapped forward, Norway now breaking with 3. Foyne squeezed out of the play. Lovedahl, he's got Hoff right in front. Lovedahl backhands it, and De Graaf is there to pick it up.
Niederberger and Schmidt clearing the front of that goal. Good action here. Both teams skating very hard. Hagen pulled down away from the play. There's a lot of that going on.
Schmidt having words with the Canadian official Gaudette about that hook. Holtzman against Lovedahl. Coming off the blocker there. Trice along the boards, taken out of the play, but not before he gets it out of the zone. Lovedahl gives it to Hoff, and he's hit. Hilger works his way in now. Hilger for West Germany. Spins at the top of the circle, gets it in the zone. West Germans have 2 players deep in their territory. Goes back to the point, the shot. That's dropped right in front by Martinson. The puck is loose. They can't get the shot away. Hilger was there, giving Martinson a hard time. The puck was loose.
Very casual wrist shot taken from the blue line. There you see it coming to Martinson. He can't handle it. Very sloppy play from Jim Martinson. He is back there on his own. But boy, Hilger certainly had a good opportunity there. Salston did a good job to just get a piece of him, and Hoff came back to cover up in front of that goal.
Hoff is a forward. He found himself in the crease playing goaltender. And that's the kind of effort you'd expect from players at this level, at this stage in the tournament. Brandel gives Christensen a tap on the top of the head and says, wait your turn. He wins it. Pokorny, the long shot. Martinson handles that easily and gives it to Ellingson. Along the boards, that goes out of the zone and all the way down the ice. Pokorny will go there and touch it first. Waved off was the icing call as Leipzig picks it up. Drops it back to Pokorny, to Kiesling. A rink-wide pass. Leipzig. He scores! Well, an innocent-looking shot, and Martinson was beaten.
You never know if you don't shoot. We've said it before. There's Leipzig. Just rattles that wrist shot through the defenseman. It catches Martinson by surprise. Here's another look at it. Leipzig had gotten that long pass. There's the shot. It's through the defenseman, and it's also through Jim Martinson for goal number 2.
Well, possibly the surprise of the wrist shot. But it didn't look like much of a shot, but it went in the net, and that's the important thing. The Graaf hangs on to that for the face-off. The score now 2-0 here in the first period. And West Germany piling on those goals.
They're up by 2, and they want more. They've come out very hungry in this game.
14:06 gone here in the first period. And the supporters are clapping, they're singing, waving the flags. This is just what they wanted. Knoll tipped that into the zone. Schmidt gets it as far as the top of the circle. Finstad giving him a hard time there. Trunchka looking for the quick break. Bernhard Trunchka couldn't get it out. A lot of pushing and shoving with Niederberger poking at that one. And eventually it ends up in the center ice zone with Bernhard Trunchka. Gerhard is cruising. It comes back to Schmidt. He takes a shot. Soyard got in front of that one. I don't think he knew what hit him. Soyard goes after his man. Still in the corner, still West Germany giving the Norwegians a hard time. They really are unsettling them out there. Shot all the way down the ice for icing.
The Norwegians are in all kinds of trouble here. They're really not mounting any kind of an offensive attack. And defensively, they're starting to really sag around Jim Martinson. That's not a good sign. These two goals have really fired the West Germans up, and they're really pouring it on now. Very aggressive forechecking, and they're really controlling the puck in that Norwegian zone.
From the face-off, Holtzman at center for West Germany will look to get it back to the point man along the boards. You can see the way he's lining up. The official not happy with that. Bergseng goes out. Holtzman stays there. Hiltbaum goes in. Salston picks it up. Salston has Anderson along the boards. Anderson picks it up. Anderson, the rink-wide pass, no one there to get it. Hemer dumps it out. Holtzman takes it deep into his own territory, hands it off. Hemer now for West Germany. Flips it into the zone and goes after it himself against Salzman. He's brought to the ice. Gaudette waves that one off. The cheers and the jeers, a combination of both. It all depends on who you're supporting. Kreis got that one out of the zone. Hemer hits his man gently. Bjerk taps that one forward. And the call is offside. Well, the Norwegians were happy that wasn't a penalty, but not the West Germans. Let's look at this.
Jørgen Salston taking out Hemer there as he was going for that puck that he fired in. The crowd really responded to that one. Gaudette was over on the left-hand side and he waved it off immediately.
Face-off just outside the blue line. Brandel, Lovedahl. This is the big line for Norway. Foyne and Hoff on the wings with Lovedahl at center. McCorney gets that one forward to Brandel and he brings it deep into his own territory. Brandel, a long pass, no one there to pick it up. Eichlin shoots it forward. Lovedahl got it back to Ellingson. McCorney has to go deep again, being shadowed by Hoff as he drops it off for Brandel. Brandel's in trouble with Foyne, puts the grab on him, and Lupzig picks it up. Lupzig for West Germany, kicks it forward by Udo Kiesling, goes after it himself. Lupzig never really stops skating out there. McCorney picks it up for West Germany, backhands it to Kiesling, getting hassled from Hoff, and that's tipped deep into the zone. The race is on now. Lupzig is on it, tries to get it right in front, and that trickles out over the blue line. And Norway bring it out. Norway with Hoff and Foyne. They've been out there a long time. Pokorny takes him out along the boards. Really doesn't want to give it away. Christensen now is out there to take Lovedahl's place. Niederberger in the corner. Pokorny can't get a handle on it. It's going from side to side. Norway trying to get a change out there, but they can't. Hagen all the way to center. And now the Norwegians get the change as Schmidt gets it. Bernhard Trunchka. Trunchka has that deflect off the skate in the neutral zone, but West Germany retained possession. Trunchka again going in, takes a shot. Soyard was right there in front of him. That went high into the crowd. The tap from Fagerly to Martinson. One of encouragement. He's played well.
Martinson has certainly had a lot of action in this period. The West German forwards are really applying a lot of forechecking. The Norwegians are really going to have to step it up a gear here to get themselves into this game.
Schmidt has it back, works his way in, takes a shot, and Martinson didn't even have to move on that.
The West Germans have just had the pluses in every category in this first period, even on the face-offs like that last one. Gerhard Trunchka pulled that right back. Schmidt got a nice shot off. The Norwegians are really going to have to put this together and start playing harder.
Finstad against Trunchka. This time Norway wins it. Noel picks it up and shoots it along the boards. Goes back to West Germany. Schmidt on this side of the rink picks it up and fires it deep into the zone. Icing will be the call as he shot it from his side of the red line all the way down past the goal line, and it was touched by Norway first. So the face-off deep in West Germany's territory. And they really are enjoying this one, a real carnival atmosphere. Never seen so many painted faces, funny hats, and colorful outfits lobbed all the way along the boards. Fagerli for Norway taps that one forward. Right on with the blue line. Trunchka and co. Dieter Hagen. Schmidt. Nice little turn by Schmidt to get away from his man. Gives it to Trunchka. Trunchka popped it over to Hagen. It was behind him, but he picked it up. Hagen works his way right in and takes a shot. Wide of the net. Schmidt races back for it with Niederberger. Icing is the call again. Still the pressure from West Germany continues here in the first period. They lead 2-0.
Keep mentioning it, but the Norwegians are really getting beaten to the puck all over the ice. Classic example, there's Dieter Hagen. He walks right away from 2 Norwegians. He's got a great opportunity there and just fails to connect. George Kingston is really going to have to give these Norwegians some kind of boosting in between the periods to get them going.
It's all come down to this last game. Kreis shoots it in. Bilkbaum shoots it out. The long pass to center now, the Norwegians. Bergseng going in now looking for the rebound. The backhand wasn't a difficult one, but Bergseng was right there looking for the tap, but it didn't come.
The Norwegians breaking out of the zone. It's a long pass out. Looked like a 2-liner, but the referee didn't call it. They're on the attack, but if you notice, 3 Germans are back.
Holtzman and Bergseng. Holtzman kicks it back to Harold Kreis. Kreis off the boards gently into the neutral zone. More of a clearance than a pass. Kreis again. As that hit a skate from Salston. Hilger ties his man up. Bergseng can't get it, and it's pushed back in. And now Norway with Salston gets it over to the far side. The shot took a deflection from Bilkbaum. 1 minute remaining on the period. It's been a great period so far from West Germany. They've looked strong, they've looked aggressive as they work it up with Holtzman. Along the boards to Bjerk in the corner. Holtzman is with him. Holtzman now right out front. The shot comes. That took a deflection. Hilger got a piece of that. Still in the corner. Bilkbaum tries to get it out as far as the blue line. The shot over the top of the net. The rebound comes out the side of the net. Bjerk picks it up. Scoots in the corner. Has to do something quick. Time is ticking away. It goes back. Pokorny keeps it in. The shot is right in front of Martinson. It's down. Martinson can't get the grab on it. Holtzman was trying to push it in the net. Pokorny, Hilger, and Holtzman collide. Going in now is Lupsig. Lupsig tries to get it back, and he does. It goes back to the point. The shot is way wide of the target. And there goes the buzzer to end the period. What a frantic end to that period. West Germany leading 2-0.
They certainly applied the pressure for 20 minutes. The West Germans have been flying right till that buzzer. They really want this one, and they've done a good job.
Well, they've got the crowd behind them, and they really have the momentum right now.
They certainly are on a roll, winning every category of this first period.
Well, Niederberger scored first. Leipzig followed with the second goal. So the score right now is West Germany 2, Norway 0. We're going to take a break. Join us in a moment for the second period. We'll be right back.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Back to the World Ice Hockey Championships here in Bern, Switzerland. We're getting set to start the second period. Norway against West Germany. The West Germans lead 2-0. And what a start for West Germany. It's been an exciting one. And who knows, my voice may even go the distance. Well, it's all important here as we take a little time out to sort things out here on the ice. The Norwegians really need the points here to confirm that they can stay in Pool A, but if West Germany win with 4 or more goals, then they go up and the Norwegians go down, because the last time they met, Norway won by 7-3. And so if West Germany get 4 more goals in the break now on, then they will tie if they get 4, but they have a better goal for and against average. So the West Germans would go forward and stay into Pool A. And next year we'll be joined by Switzerland. Trunchka goes after his man, so the job here is to score at least 4 goals for West Germany and not let the Norwegians score any at all. Kuhnhackl for West Germany has taken over the reins here. Bunsen has been sidelined with illness, and he's doing a good job right now.
Kuhnhackl certainly has the boys fired up. The West Germans are showing a lot of intensity out there. There's no question about whether they want to win this game.
Trunchka wearing 17 for West Germany. Christensen, number 20 for Norway. Niederberger gets it to the far side. Billman hasn't seen a lot of ice time. He's out there now with Trunchka. Soyard shoots that one around. Anderson taken out of the play by Niederberger. Gets as far as the blue line, and Trunchka picks it up. The rink-wide pass. Schmidt returns it right into the slot area, and that trickles out over the blue line, but West Germany again quick to react to pick it up and fire it back in. Schmidt all over the ice for West Germany. Trunchka sees it, no one wants this, goes after it. Soyard couldn't contain that one along the boards. Going after it now is Christensen. Pokorny for West Germany. Tap forward to Villman. Villman, a lazy backhand shot into the far corner. Salston gets to it. Shoots it as far as the blue line. It did come out. Offside is the call.
The play is still all toward that Norwegian goal. The Norwegians are just frantically trying to clear it out any way that they can. Not applying any kind of an offensive attack at all on that West German net.
Kiesling with the constant chatter to the guys on the ice. Come on, let's go. We need more goals. Let's keep going forward. Leipzig. West Germany fire that in. Martinson with Salston now getting it forward. Kiesling breaks that one up as it comes right to his stick. Not a good pass there. And Norway caught offside on the blue line.
Offside.
Take a look at this. Some good defensive stuff there from West Germany to push the Norwegian over the blue line, perfectly legal, and force the offside play. Finstad and Thomas Brandl. Brandl got it all the way back into West German territory as that's rattled off the boards and down the ice. see Bell there shaking his head. He wanted to face off somewhere else. He said, no way.
Looks like having a word with referee Gaudet about that call. Now Brandel's having a word with the American linesman Benedetto. It's a two-line offside. The West Germans do not want that face-off deep in their own end. That's what they're complaining about.
Of course, the face-off was where that originated, where the pass originated, so Norwegians throwing Salston on the far side. Couldn't get to that one, but they dump it in the zone. West Germany now, every time they touch that puck, there's a roar from the crowd. Steiger working in right in front. And Brandel, that bounced over his stick. He really couldn't get a shot away. Brandel still has it along the boards, trying to get it away from Nold. Nold comes up, trumps on that, and Norway now come back. 2-on-3 break. Norway scooting in. Salston trying to get the shot away. That's right on there. And the Raff gets across the goal to cover on Gunnarsson, and that goes down the ice. Gunnarsson was waiting by the far side of the net, and the Raff was right there. He comes out this time to make the save as Kiesling runs interference for him against Bergseng. Well, the West Germans have a lot of the attack here, Richard, but they really can't relax because they know the Norwegians can score at any time. They scored 7 goals against them last time out.
That's exactly right. I'm sure the West Germans know that as well. The Norwegians can score goals. My feelings are, though, that the West Germans are playing this very smart. They're really playing controlled hockey, very good disciplined hockey, and they're covering their own zone very well.
Bjerk puts that one almost on Hilger's stick. He couldn't hang on to it. The pass over to Bergseng. Bergseng down the left wing. Let's go the long shot. They're going to try to shoot from anywhere. We've seen goals go in from quite a distance in this tournament. Eichlin along the boards, squeezed out in the corner. Anderson now gets it back, but Bjerk intercepts nicely. Bjerk, not a good pass from him. Bilkbaum taken out of the play, and Heimer comes to the rescue and shoots it all the way down. Ellingson will pick it up and bring it forward. Thrice sees his pass go astray, and Norway are now picking it up and getting the shots away. De Graaf makes a save, and Bjerk gets that one away. Bergseng getting a piece of that puck. West Germany now breaking right in on goal. It's right in front of the net. Heimer takes a shot at it. Bjerk gets a punch, and Bergseng mixes it up in there, and I have a feeling we're going to have penalties on this one. They really started to get physical as Martinson was trying to hold on to that puck.
Gaudet signaling at Heimer as well. He's the one that basically started that. There you can see the play. The German forward is splitting the defense here. That's Bernard Trunchka. A good attempt by him. He can't get a shot off. He slides by the goal. Eichlin comes in to try and help Martinson. Heimer is there. Now watch Hoff go to the front of the goal. Bang from behind. That's Heimer that cross-checks Hoff from behind. And then Bjerk and Bergseng and Hoff all get involved. Canadian referee Gaudet's got some sorting out to do here. You can see him yelling and screaming from behind the goal. It's a North American trio out there trying to separate these players. 2 Canadians and an American. Eichlin gets the gate for Norway. Look at George Kingston. Such a calm-looking man for a team that's in such trouble right now. His Norwegian side really needing a boost.
2-0 the score as that goes all the way back to the blue line. The shot. Martinson had bodies in front of him. Dieter Hagen with Trunchka. Trunchka picks it up. Bernhard Trunchka takes a push and a shove beside the net. Maintains his composure. Goes behind the net, and West Germany trying to set this one up slowly. Niederberger, who scored that first goal, gives it to Trunchka. Back to Niederberger. Over to the far side. Oh, and that's tapped out over the blue line. That's not the kind of thing you need when you have a power play on. Trunchka breaking towards the net. He's right in front. Oh, and a great save. Martinson was there to make the save. Trunchka was away.
A nice feed from Hagen on that one. A close call for Trunchka.
Trunchka again pops it back behind the net. That's right in front, and they couldn't get the shot away. Schmidt goes back for it into his own zone and brings it forward. Puts it up on the wing. Steiger was taken out of the play, and Niederberger has to go deep. Coming up to 50 seconds on the penalty, 5.5 minutes on the period. Pokorny dropping it back nicely to Steiger. Steiger has Brandl. Brandl to Steiger, back to Brandl, back to Steiger. Steiger tees it up, takes the shot. A good defensive move, but Brandl keeps it in and pops it to the far side to Kiesling. Kiesling into the hash marks. Leipzig turning slowly, moving his way into position in front of the net and decides to change directions. 13 seconds remaining on the penalty. Kiesling has it right in front, the shot. That whistles back off the boards. Couldn't get the shot away. Pokorny was right there. 2 seconds. And Norway have successfully killed this penalty off. Walby goes after his man, and that's still not out of the zone. Norway now pick it up and break. 2 men going forward. Christensen is back. He picks up the puck. He's got Walby right in front. Christensen is being shadowed as he tries to bring that out, and he's dropped to the ice. And we're going to have another penalty on the play.
Pokorny right by the side of that goal. Dropped Christensen, and he's going to go off. The West German supporters not happy about that. There you see the play going behind the goal. Christensen trying to lean on the defenseman. Pokorny has a good hold on him. Stick is in his skates. God, that was right on the play. There's the grab by Pokorny. There's a confirmation. Holding is the call. Pokorny is off.
Ellingson got it over to the top of the circle. Norway now with the man advantage for 2 minutes. Eichlin is over on this side. Norway working it into the circle, looking for someone to pass to. Ellingson getting it back. Point taking a shot. Bjerg got his stick on that at the last minute.
Good play by Harold Bjerg. Playing his spot in that box. Getting a piece of that, and it goes out over the glass to get a whistle. 5 bodies in front of that goal. Finstad is bumped pretty good by Heimer. Duraf really couldn't even see that shot coming from the point. It's a good thing Bjerg did get a piece of that. That's the name of the game. Jam up the front of that net, screen the goalie, look for the deflection. Don't take the shot high, keep it low. You're going to get it in off a stick or a skate or whatever. Ellingson, the shot coming. The Raff went down on that one. Pushed along by Eichlin to the far side. Holtzman gets a piece of it. Trunchka goes after his man. And West Germany under pressure now. Walby going down the left wing, flips it to the right wing. Coming right in front, the Raff goes down. 56 seconds as Walby was right there waiting to strike. 50 seconds now remaining on the penalty to West Germany. The long pass right up the middle. And the Raff gets there first. Norway looking for that quick break. You can see right now that the Norwegian fans, despite the fact that they're trailing by 2, are singing and dancing.
They're really getting into the spirit of this one, enjoying the fact that for a moment anyway, Norway have the pressure on West Germany.
It's a great atmosphere. Both of these teams want the victory. Their supporters trying to urge them on.
Christensen with Bilkbaum. Leipzig goes into the face-off, and the Norwegians come up with it again. Pushed into the corner. Back forward on the point is Anderson. He wants the pass from Salston. Salston shoots it back in. Salston again, tees it up, takes the shot. That took a deflection with 26 now on the penalty clock. Held along the boards. Neither team really wants to let that one come loose. Shot along, right in front. The save is there, it's right in the corner. De Raaf went down. And the whistle blows. And the West Germans say, why? As De Raaf goes over to pick up his glove. The action all around the West German goal. Let's look at this again. The shot comes in. Wide of the target. Kiesling goes in to play goaltender. De Raaf out of position there just a bit. His glove goes about 10 feet away. He would have difficulty trying to stop a shot had one come from the point without a glove. 11 seconds on the West German penalty.
Picorni anxious to get back out there. The West Germans have done a good job killing this penalty off and keeping the Norwegians away from the front of that net.
2-0 the score. Christensen along the boards. Still Norway retaining possession as they bring it in. West Germany back at full strength. Tunska brings his man down. Finstad trying to keep it in, but West Germany now break. They've killed off the penalty. What can they do on the attack? Give that one away, but it eventually ends up on Hemer's stick for West Germany. Hemer taps it over to this side of the rink, and the long pass goes all the way down. Salston touches it and fires it along the boards. West Germany really have to pop a couple of more goals before this game ends if they want to avoid relegation. Icing is the call. So another face-off deep in West Germany's territory. The Norwegian fans trying to motivate their team, trying to keep them going, trying to lift them. Here in this, the second period, they've been close, but they haven't scored a goal yet. They trail by 2. Soyard goes deep again. And the icing whistle blows one more time.
Both teams playing tough around their own nets. The Norwegians have got to keep the puck in that West German goal and try and make something happen around that goal area. They've got to keep it inside there.
9:23 gone in the period. 2-0 the score. Hemer picks up that loose puck from the face-off. Long pass to Hilger. Hilger going down one-on-one. Runs out of places to go. Decides to flip it into the zone. Bounces off the side of the net, and Norway pick it up. Batting that forward along the boards. Lovedahl really couldn't get to it, and the Norwegians with Soyard go deep and get it right across to Fagerli. Fagerli, a rink-wide pass. Seem to be having problems standing up on the far side of the rink. Hoff bats that one in. West Germany with Kreis along to Bjerk. West Germany, 3 going forward. Norway bringing 4 men back. The long pass intended for Hemer. Shot in by Bakorny. Kept in the zone. Along to Soyard. Well, we're going to take a break. Join us in a moment for more ice hockey action. Gunnarsson taps that one off Niederberger. Finstad shoots it in. Gunnarsson goes after it. And the Norwegians now exerting some pressure as Solsten shoots that one, gets another bite at it. He fans on that shot. The long pass intended to go up the middle. It was intercepted there by Dieter Hagen. He slows it down, puts it up on the wing. Schmidt. Niederberger right in front of Trunchka. He scores! Niederberger sets up Trunchka. And that's number 3 for West Germany. This is incredible stuff.
The West Germans have really applied a lot of pressure. Niederberger is having an outstanding game. A great backhand pass. Gerhard Trunchka's right in the slot. Everybody knows this man can score goals. A nice wrist shot. It beats Martinsen.
As we look at this again, you can see the defense backing right in on the goalie.
We've mentioned that before. The Norwegians very susceptible defensively, and their defensemen are backing right in. Gerhard Trunchka given a lot of room in that slot, and he beats Martinsen. A nice goal.
You really can't give a guy like Trunchka a chance to shoot from that distance at that point in the rink.
Certainly not. And they had forwards breaking for rebounds as well. The West Germans are so hungry out there.
Kept in by Hilger, looking for Bjerg. Intercepted by Soyard. He gets it forward. Hoff dropping it to Foyne. Foyne for Norway. Stops. Gets it to Hoff. Hoff! Lovedahl out there doing some good work for Norway, keeping that puck in the zone. Bjerg bouncing, bobbling puck with Hoff along the boards, and Soyard have a face-off. And this man here, Kingston, has his work cut out for him. You can see he's yelling at his team. Tighten it up, pick it up.
George Kingston is a concerned man now. Not showing much emotion earlier, but he knows his team is really struggling and the West Germans are flying.
The West Germans know what they have to do. They have to win by 4 or more. If they can do that, Christensen breaking in on the backhand side. Pokorny was all over him. Some good defensive work from Pokorny to stop that rush by Christensen. I was saying if they can win by 4 or more, West Germany stay up, Norway go down.
The West Germans are playing very smart in their own zone as well. Great man-to-man coverage. Pokorny, Kiesling, Price are really doing a good job of clearing the front of that net.
Last time out, Norway beat West Germany 7-3, and that's the mountain they have to climb. 13:42 gone in the second period. 3-0 the score for West Germany. Not only do they have to score goals, but they have to prevent them. There's no point in getting 4 goals and then letting the Norwegians come back with 1. Walby gets it back. The shot coming from Ellingson ends up on Christensen's stick. Pokorny bounces that up to Leipzig, and the break is on. West Germany with Steger looking for Leipzig. The pass was well in front of him there. Leipzig, the last minute effort, couldn't keep it in. Christensen taken out just inside the blue line. The West German defense taking no chances out there. 3-0 the score here in the second period. Kiesling all over his man. He's got to watch that one. A lot of grabbing and holding. Brandl dropping it back. Leipzig takes the shot. That's right in front. Cleared away by Christensen. Knocked all the way around to Trunchka. Trunchka being shadowed by Christensen and Ellingson. They take him out, double team him along the boards. Christensen now works his way slowly up on the right wing. Winds up, takes the shot. De Graaf makes the save. And the Norwegians allowed to walk right in there and take that shot. Schmidt gets it to the far side. Eichlin keeps it in, but just for a moment. Trunchka really had stopped skating. Less than 5 to go on the period. Niederberger for West Germany gets the touch. Icing will be the call, and the face-off will be deep in Norway's territory.
The Norwegians were looking to get fresh troops out there on the ice. Long pass, everyone was tired. Needed a line change, they got the icing call.
The last game of the tournament for these two teams, and the most important one of the season. Martinson tips that one forward. Foyne, this guy can do some damage. He's out there with Lovedahl and Hoff. Foyne dropping it to Lovedahl. It goes through to Hoff. Hoff takes the backhand shot. Niederberger picked it up off the backboards, and that goes into the bench. That's the one line that will cause West Germany some problems.
Niederberger and Schmidt doing a good job of clearing the front of the goal. The Norwegians are going to get a shot. Helmut de Raaf wants to be able to see it.
Finstad for Norway will attempt to get this one back to the blue line. It didn't happen. Kais happy just to flip that along the side of the boards into Norwegian territory. Hilger, the pass into center intended for Bjerk. It goes off his stick, and the race is on with Soyard. Bjerk overskates in it. Hilger picks it up. Pushes that back to Holtzman. Hilger right in front. He scores! Holtzman set him up, and that's number 4. That's the one they were looking for. Hilger made no mistake. He's pumped up. Look at him.
We saw Hilger's reaction the last time he scored a goal. This reaction is just as good or probably better. He's enjoying it, walks right in all alone, beats Martinson on the glove side low. A nice goal by Raymond Hilger. He's got reason to celebrate.
Well, if he could fly, he would. Bjerk gives him the big bear hug, and West Germany celebrate, but this one is far from over. Don't count out the Norwegians.
Kuhn Hackl still barking out orders, probably telling his team we've got to play disciplined hockey.
Randall with Kiesling. Kiesling go right in on goal. Put it wide of the cage. Kiesling could have made it 5. He was so close. Anderson at the far end. Welby there with him. Pokorny picks it up. Taps that one forward to Steiger. Steiger runs into problems at the blue line and flips it into the neutral zone to give his team a break. Right on to de Raaf, and Kiesling will pick this one up. Steiger caught flat-footed along the boards. You really don't want to be parked there for too long. You know you're going to get hit, and it's difficult to move once you have the puck with somebody on your tail. So we'll have a face-off. Both teams will change up their lines. This is incredible stuff. 4-0 the score here in the second period. West Germany pouring it on, and they've got the support.
Everything is on the line for both of these teams. George Kingston is really barking out orders at the Norwegians. You can hear him, come on, let's go. They need a lot of incentive here.
Bergseng went after that one. Couldn't grab it. Solston stops the West Germans in their tracks. Bergseng gets it over to Solston. There are 2 Solstons out there. Schmidt gets it back as far as the blue line. That's right in front, bubbling. The backhand shot takes a deflection. Bilkvam couldn't really get any wood on it. Coming up now is Dieter Hagen. Hagen dropping it back. It's picked up inside the blue line. Bilkvam breaks it up. And now Solston trails. The shot coming in. That took a deflection off a defenseman. Schmidt got in front of it. And how many times have we seen that guy, number 18, block a shot intended for the West German goal?
Flipped into the penalty boxes for a stoppage in play. Michael Schmidt, as you just mentioned, has blocked 3 or 4 shots in this game. doing a great job of standing up those forwards and getting his body in front of that puck. Kuhnhackel's not going to sit back on this one. He knows how much is on the line for the West German team.
17:35 gone in the period, and we still have a third period to come. Christensen lost that one to Holtzman. Heimer all the way up to his own blue line to Bjerk. Taken out of the play. Hilger goes in after it. Holtzman is there. West Germany double teaming these Norwegians once they're in their zone. That one was pressed against the woodwork for sufficient time for the referee to blow it down, so we'll have a face-off. A lot of support here for both teams. And this is such an important game for both teams. No one really wanted to miss it. Christensen tried to bring that one out front. Pierre picked it up. It was whistled down, and the West Germans are saying why.
Christensen in control of that puck. A lot of confusion around the front of the net and in the slot area. There's Christensen making his spin. There you see on the left side of your screen, a couple players coming together there. Harold Kreis takes his man out. Berg touches the puck and the whistle goes. There's Harold Kreis taking his man down. He's the one that's going to go to the penalty box.
Well, they're calling that interference.
It looked like good man-to-man coverage to me. The player went down, though. Gaudette was at an angle where, in his eyes, it was interference.
Trunchka and Lovedahl. Trunchka looking around. He knows just where he wants this one to go, but Lovedahl has ideas of his own. The official saying, back off, Hoff. Trunchka wins it. Niederberger bangs it, but not out of the zone. And this time the West Germans pop it out over the blue line with Trunchka doing a great job of forechecking on Salston. That's the kind of effort they need throughout this whole game. Anderson looking for Foyne, and he finds him along the boards. Foyne pushing it forward. Steiger coming in to help out. 4-0 the score here in the second period. West Germany with a man in the box. And they're going to take their time on this one. Kiesling wraps that one off the woodwork all the way down to Martinson. Anderson picks it up. Dropping that one off. Norway now breaking with 4 men forward. Holtzman giving Lovedahl a hard time. Lovedahl retains possession. Coming up to the last minute in the period. Lovedahl still being pressed along the boards. Dieter Hagen there. Holtzman wants it, and West Germany now break hard. West Germany. Dieter Hagen dropping it back. The shot just wide of the target from Holtzman, and that could have been dangerous. Excellent penalty killing effort here as Ellingson brings it out for Norway. Along the boards is Eichlin as he bats that behind the net, and it goes to the far side. Bilkbaum pushed it back in. West Germany double teaming Finstad. Finstad with Steiger on him and Trunchka on him. Walby moves in now. Heimer parked right in front of the net. And we have another whistle on the play. The West Germans really taking no chances. Double teaming the guy with the puck, and I guess you could say that's good tactical hockey, but they're leaving someone or 2 players wide open in front of the net.
The West Germans seem quicker than the Norwegians. They know that possibly, and that's why they're forcing the play. Rather than let the Norwegians settle it down and control it, they're attacking them before they get a chance to.
A lot of teams will sit back with the four-man box and just let the players come to them. They're not doing that, as you said.
Exactly, they're forcing the play all over the ice.
Just a couple of seconds now remaining on the clock. Ellingson, perhaps a shot from him, but it's not going to happen. There goes the buzzer to end the period. 4-0 the score now. Another great period from West Germany.
What a fantastic finish we're in store for. It all comes down to the last 20 minutes. The West Germans up by 4, exactly where they want to be. Now they need to keep the puck out of their own goal and hold the Norwegians.
So what do? Do you go forward and try to score goals, or do you play defensive hockey?
You play good, disciplined position hockey.
Well, it remains to be seen what they do in the third and final period. There's confirmation of the scoreline. West Germany 4, Norway 0. Join us in a moment for the third period. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the World Ice Hockey Championships here in Bern, Switzerland. What a game here. 4-0 is the score, West Germany over Norway. But the important thing is that the West Germans have to win by at least 4 goals to stay in Pool A. They can win this game and still go down if they don't do it by 4 goals or more.
What a finish to this tournament for both of these teams. It all comes to the last 20 minutes of play.
The West Germans now are back at full strength, and they lead by that magical number. The last time out, as I said before, Norway won over West Germany 7-3. So if West Germany win this game, they'll both be tied with 3 points in the tournament. They'll both have the same number of goals for and against each other, but overall, West Germany will have the better goal difference. So if you can stay with me on that one right till the end, I'll tell you what happens.
Kuhn Hackl, I'm sure he's nervous behind that bench, but his team has played a smart game so far. Between the periods, I'm sure he said, look guys, let's not sit on this defensively, but let's play good position hockey out there.
Kept in, right in front of the net, that shot trickled by the goaltender. It was slowed down about 6 feet out from the goalie as Foyne shot that one in, and I'm sure the Norwegians and George Kingston will have something to say about the way this game ends up. Hilger goes deep for this one. Icing call is waved off. Eichlin shoots that one around, and Niederberger. Schmidt has played so well throughout this tournament and throughout this game. Trunchka. Again, Trunchka gives that one off to Hagen. Hagen working in, his shot is gloved by Martinson. That is an important save.
Sure is. Martinson came up big with that save. Hagen was in there. You could see him flying away from the play. The Trunchkas and Hagen have such an understanding together. The pass was fed through. He gets a nice shot off. Jim Martinson with a nice save.
Martinson was moving along with Hagen. The shot went the other way. He had to be quick to react on that one.
You can see right from the start the West Germans are going to still threaten offensively. They're going to keep the pressure on the Norwegians.
Anderson gets that one to center, and it goes all the way down for Schmidt to touch. Icing is the call here in the third period. 4-0 the score. And the West Germans know exactly what that means.
The Norwegians also know what that means, and they know they've got to step this up. We keep saying it, but it's so true. They've got to put more pressure on Duraf. It's hard to score when the puck is in your zone most of the time. They really have faltered offensively here. They've got to put more pressure on.
Brandel and Walby go up against each other. Leipzig goes into the corner, so aggressive all the time. Leipzig always working with that stick, always got the legs pumping. Norway now breaking forward. The shot right on the target from Anderson. That's the kind of stuff Norway need. Test that goalie. Don't let him just stand there.
They need forwards busting hard for any kind of a rebound. Anderson stepped over the blue line. You never know if you don't shoot. The ref holds on. He's not going to take any chances.
But look at that. You've got 4 West Germans back. Walby skates leisurely into the goal as if he's looking for a picnic somewhere. These guys got to be right up there when the shot is taken.
That's right. That's a part of this disciplined hockey we're talking about. Both teams have got to do the job here.
Walby and Brandl again. Lubsik picks it up, takes it over the blue line, the red line. Now over the Norwegian blue line. Slams on the brakes. He's working in, takes the shot. Wide of the net. He really did have a lot of time to get that one on the target. When it's being pressed along the boards, Fajoli got it out. Not a good clearance from him. Lubsik still has control of the puck. Looking for Brandl. Brandl now. Looking for Lubsik. That goes by everyone. Christensen shoots that deep into West German territory. They're going to go and touch that one first with Pokorny, and the whistle blows again for icing. You got to make more of these shots when they're cruising in like that. That one was just wide of the target. Not a lot to cheer about for the Norwegian supporters at this moment in time. West Germany looking so confident. This is the kind of stuff we expected right from the start of the tournament. And had they played like this, who knows? Kreis got that one to the far side. It's loose at the top of the circle. The shot coming in. Kicked away into the corner. Hilger. Salston turning there. And West Germany with Hilger bringing it out right in front of his own net. Well, that's not the kind of thing a goalie likes to see. Not a good pass back either. Kreis picks it up. Takes it out of the zone and gives it right back to the Norwegians. Bjerk. Always dipsy-doodling out there, always giving people a hard time, but he's taken it into his own zone, which will create problems. He gives it right away behind the net. And now West Germany have to shoot it down the ice. It's not the kind of thing you like to see, Richard, when a guy has it around the blue line or wherever, taking it deep into his own territory, being chased all the way. You got to get rid of that puck, maybe get the return pass for a give and go, but don't just rag it in your own zone.
That's one thing all coaches hate. I've heard you yell at people before for the same thing. You just do not take the puck back in your own zone. If you've got an opportunity to clear it, get it out. The Germans were forced to take that icing call as they were very unorganized.
Colorful figure there of Steve Allman with the ponytail, the backup goaler for Norway. Bergseng taps that one forward. Dieter Hagen picks it up. Headed for Trunchka, too far from him. Ellingson, the long shot back in the zone. Goes all the way around the goal. Bergseng bats it back. That's right beside the net. West Germany pick it up, but Dieter Hagen, the two Trunchkas are with him. Niederberger's there too. Hagen takes a shot. The clearance is tipped out over the blue line. Some good chances here for West Germany. Now the break is on. Right on the target. And De Raaf comes up with the save. Bergseng and Bilkbaum were right in there.
Not a real great play by Bergseng. A nice feed here coming across from Anderson. Bergseng is in. It's a 2-on-1. He's got another player with him. He elects to take this great big wind-up. That got him nothing. There's Bergseng again coming in. It's a 2-on-1. He elects to take that big shot. Doesn't get all of it. West German defenseman sliding across after him. Could have made a better chance out of that one.
Oh, a lot of coaches will tell you in a situation like that, what's wrong with the wrist shot? It'll come sometimes as a surprise. You're queuing that one up with a big slap shot, and you give a defenseman time to get onto it. Ludo Kiesling takes the shot. Lubsik tries to jam it in the short side. Lubsik picks it up now, works his way in front, takes another shot. That takes a deflection over the top of the goal. Martinson still trying to pick himself up and bring himself back into the game. Norway with Foyne over the red line with Lovedahl. tries to drop it back to Lovedahl. Lovedahl takes a hammering, and Pokorny backhands it along the boards out to center ice, picked up by Soyard. To the far side, another shot headed for goal, and we'll have a whistle on the play. The Raff looking so strong. He's been sharp on more than one occasion throughout this game. The score here is 4-0. Niederberger, Leipzig, Trunchka, and Hilger for West Germany. There hasn't been any scoring so far here in the third period, but this one, as I said before, has a long way to go. The noise in here is deafening. The crowd, supporters for both sides, encouraging their teams to go forward. They really don't want, the West German supporters, they don't want their team to give up a goal. And the Norwegians just encouraging their team to go forward and pop one behind the Raff. Norway, Hoff getting that one forward. Heimer goes after his man. Norway with Christensen dropping it back, and a good defensive move right in front of the goal to break that one up. The break is on for West Germany. Hilger going around his man, and he's brought to the ice by Solston. And that comes as far as the blue line. The referee letting a lot of things go here in this period. Christensen winds up, takes the shot, and the Raff goes down to smother that one. West Germany happy to get that one out of the zone as Ellingsen picks it up for Norway. Ellingsen taps that one forward. Norway, the shot whistles by the far side of the goal. 4-0 to score here in the third period. Great action, wide open ice hockey. They give off to Trunchka, and he's hit hard. Eichmann really did get a piece of him. Norway now, the shot, high, kept along the boards by West Germany, and they try to bring this one out. Over to Niederberger, all the way down the ice. The goalie touches it first. We're going to take a short break right now. Join us in a minute for the rest of the period. .4-0 the score, West Germany over Norway. 10:21 gone in the period. The crowd are on their feet in this one. This is so close, not the score, but the way it could end up. West Germany, as I said before, have to win by 4 or more to stay in Pool A. Some tough work from both teams along the boards. It really has been physical at times. A long shot on the Raff, and he has been so steady. West Germany have left it to the very last game in the tournament for them to try to do something about avoiding relegation.
The Norwegians have fought so hard to get to Pool A. It's the first time that Norway's played in these championships in 25 years. They certainly don't want to go back to Pool B. They've got it all to do here, though. The West Germans are still all over them.
Pushed into the corner to Kreis. He gets it by Solston. Touched by Jorgen Solston. And I'm sure that's not the kind of thing Kuhnhackl wants from his West German team. Okay, relieve the pressure, but you're just forcing face-offs in your own zone. Still a long way to go. Every one of these face-offs so important. Holtzman and Bergseng looking around to see where they're going to direct this puck. Norway win it, get it back. Solston taken out of the play. Hilger doing a great job. Solston along the boards. Heimer. Solston batting it back in the wraparound. It's right in front. It's still loose, and the Raff was there. Bergseng, and they start to get a bit physical as Bergseng gets a push. Bilkbaum almost put it in the net with that wraparound. And a lot of credit must go to Giraffe for holding his ground here. Watch Bilkbaum, number 19.
Right in tight, Giraffe does hold that post very well. Hemer's in front of the goal. Bergzang is in there. Everybody's going to take a body here. You can see wherever there's a West German, there's a Norwegian. Great attempt there by Bilkbaum. Giraffe coming up the winner.
Good job by Helmut Giraffe. He held on to that post, kept the stick flat on the ice, did everything he's supposed to do.
Although the rest of that action is just trivial. Bergzang will sit to his part in that little action in front of the goal. Gaudette keeping this game very close, letting a lot flow, and keeping it tight. Berg, of course, joining Bergzang in the box. They'll both be off for 2 minutes for roughing.
Well, Gaudette, to his credit, has let a lot of things go, but he's got to lay down the law somewhere along the line. So he sends one each off. He knows how important this game is. Solston breaks down that plate, and Norway come forward. Norway with Hoff on the far side. Foyne going in. Foyne takes a shot. Schmidt getting in front of that one. I've said that one or two times. Tunchka gets it all the way up. Foyne picks up the loose puck, and Norway come right back on the attack. Solston takes a shot. That came off a skate. Kreis takes a hammering as Foyne backhands that one to Hoff. That comes off his stick, and West Germany break hard. West Germany with Dieter Hagen pulls it back, takes a shot, misses the net, went for the short side. Hagen still has it. Dieter Hagen taking some time on this one, taken out of the play. Maybe he took too much time, and Norway now. Lovedahl to Foyne. Foyne takes a shot, and that hits a defenseman, Kreis. Brandl picks it up, and Kreis is feeling that one. He goes over to the boards as Steiger steps on the rink.
Kreis and Schmidt have both blocked a lot of shots tonight.
Steiger takes the shot. Into the corner goes Eikeland. Eikeland for Norway. Shoots that one slowly, but it goes as far as the point. And Norway, a good chance for them, and we have an injured player on the play.
Helmut Steiger is definitely winded on this play. There you can see the action. That's Anderson going in hard with it toward the boards. Crash, they both hit those end boards hard. Steiger's definitely been winded on this one. He's getting up very slow.
Well, the 31-year-old star for Cologne just slightly winded on the play. Let's watch this again as Steiger goes in, takes the hit, and really does smack into those boards along with Christensen. The play was blown down just as Ellingson was teeing it up. West Germany now at the red line, going wide of the target, having problems hitting that net with Ellingson now, who's spending a lot of time on the ice. Christensen takes a shot right on. That was tipped in the corner. 1 second now on the penalties, both teams back at full strength. And that was all Norway as Holtzman gets it along the boards. Holtzman flips it into the zone. Pierre right in front. Hilger couldn't put that one away for West Germany. Out over the blue line. And the West Germans coming so close so many times throughout this game.
The Norwegians have come to life. They are applying more pressure, getting better scoring opportunities, but the West Germans haven't stopped skating. They're still attacking that Norwegian goal.
The effort there from Trunchka as he went after Solston on that icing call. They're going 100%.
Every little situation is important. It all comes down to this final period. Neither team wants any kind of a lapse. The Norwegians know that they need a goal.
Gunnarsson wants a left winger as Finstead and Trunchka get set. Trunchka clocks a lot of time on the ice. Finstead goes in against Niederberger. Tapped along the boards down to the Norwegian blue line. 4-0 the score here in the third period. West Germany with Trunchka now. Trunchka working in the slot, takes the shot. Took a deflection off Solston. Gunnarsson breaks now with 3 Norwegians. The long shot is an easy one. It took a deflection. Schmidt got it up to the blue line. Dieter Hagen. Still Dieter Hagen, taking a long time to get that pass away and eventually gives it away. He really has to shoot or dump it into the zone, but don't give it away. Soyard. The noise here is just deafening. Both sets of supporters 100% behind their teams, and you can see the players, Merrick in particular, over the boards, almost on the ice, willing his team on here, as are the West German supporters in the background.
There's no reason to take it easy out there. This is the last game. Both teams will be getting a long rest after this one's over.
You're right, it's going to be a long, hot summer, and neither one wants to start international play next year in Pool B. This is where the big boys are, Pool A. Soyard gets it into West German's territory. Kept in along the boards by Anderson, but Brandl flips it along the woodwork to Steiger, and he gets it deep. The race is on. Lupzig will get the touch. The indication from the official there, a 2-line pass.
That's the right idea, though. The Norwegians are trying to press the attack. That long flip pass certainly will have to back them off the blue line. Lupzig going hard down that wing. Good idea from Steiger just to flip that one over.
Bergseng and Brandl. Lupzig now. West Germans playing some good positional hockey as Udo Kiesling goes back against Bergseng. Steiger helps him out. The shot coming right on. And again we see Norway getting the opportunity to shoot. The Raff was always going to have that one, but he's giving his defense some instructions out there, telling them where they should be and why that shot shouldn't have come.
Once again, it's Miltbaum. He's had a couple of opportunities in this period. The Norwegian defense are really pinching and holding that blue line now. They know they have to. The Germans can't be sloppy trying to clear that zone.
Holtzman moving in. Neither center giving an inch. Lovedahl trying to wrap around again. Right in front of us, right on the line, and that's goose by the far corner. Foyne was right there, and West Germany got a let off there. Bjerk. How that didn't go in, I don't know. Bjerk again taking a lot of time. They're circling, looking for the perfect pass. They got to just fire it in and go after it. Norway so close to scoring a goal. Holtzman gets it to the far wing, and this time West Germany fire it in as Martinson gets the touch. Norway bringing it back out over the blue line. Lovedahl. Trunchka way back deep in his own zone. Pushes that to Hilger. Hilger backhands that one forward. Too far for Dieter Hagen. Eichmann picks it up. Solston for Norway. The return pass up the middle. The shot. Offside is the call. And the Norwegians right now are getting some good shots on goal.
They do seem fired up. I hope it's not too late. They're attacking the goal better. The wingers are starting to work much harder in the corners, and they are going for rebounds. If you're Coach George Kingston, I don't know if you want to even consider it, but you might have to contemplate pulling that goalie out. There's that play that happened earlier, right off the back of Duraf's arm, that just rolls by the goalpost.
Good effort by Foyne. You put that puck in front of the net, anything can happen. It can go in off any part of the body, the stick, the shot right on the target from Solston. West Germany working it out. Trunchka's on the wing, he's got Hagen. Trunchka now over to Hagen, intercepted nicely at the blue line. Norway gaining in strength as this game goes on. Walby tees it up. Misses the short side. Bernhard Trunchka over the blue line to Dieter Hagen. Hagen runs into too many red shirts out there, and that's flipped along the boards into West Germany's territory. Andreas Porkanoy flips it to the far side. Coming up to 3 minutes on the game. Randall takes his man out of the play. Anderson gets knocked to the ice. West Germany keeping it in. Steiger, one too many moves along the boards. They really are taking too long on that puck. All the way down the ice. Touched by Pokorny. Up to the blue line. No penetration there from Norway. They got to start forechecking. They got to pick up a goal here. If the score remains like this, West Germany stay in Pool A. Norway are relegated. The long pass by Fajali goes by the net. Price gets the touch. Icing is the call. And that's the kind of thing that Kuhnhafen and West Germany were looking for, a face-off in that zone so they can relieve the pressure. As we're saying, the big question is, do Norway take their goalie off? Under normal conditions, when you're losing by 4-0, you don't even consider it. You just say, hey, a few seconds to go, we've lost this one. But what they need is a goal. They don't want to be beaten by 4 or more goals.
You can hear George Kingston, one man, play that body hard on the forecheck. A look at Foyne. He's going to be going hard out there. This line can do it if anybody can.
Coming up to 2 minutes on the game. What a finish this is going to be. It's not about winning the game. What's important is the final score. Ellingsen fires that one up to the blue line. It's dropped back. Eichlin gets it into West German territory. Heimer goes after his man and hammers him into the flexi. Foyne picks it up. Watch him, he's dangerous. Hilger is in there to help out. That comes all the way back to Ellingsen. Batted down in West Germany now. Will take their time on this one with Holtzman. He wants to rag the puck. Gets it in the center. Not a good clearance from him, and he gives it right off. Lovedahl, too far for anyone on the far side. Foyne is there. Burke will run interference on Walby, and we'll have a face-off as that went over the plexi. Schmidt was right there to do the necessary. Gaudet is telling them right where he wants the face-off to be.
That's right, head referee Gaudet taking charge. These face-offs are so important. Everybody wants to make sure they've got it right out there.
The West German supporters, players and personnel will go absolutely crazy if this score remains the same. If they win by 4, they stay up. And the celebrations as we look at this timeout will start for West Germany, but still, this one isn't over. Kuhnhafen trying to get in there to talk to his team and tell him what he wants them to do.
He goes directly to Udo Kiesling. Kiesling, of course, is the leader of this team. The big, experienced defenseman has had a good tournament. There you can see the net for Norway. Martinson missing, of course. He's on the bench. They've got 6 attackers out there.
Salston grabs it in the corner. He's taken out of the play. Trunchka goes after him. Norway still going after that puck. Trunchka gets to it first, kicks it. West Germany shoot it all the way down the ice. 1 minute to go in the game. The touch by number 14, Soyard, over to the far side. The net is wide open. Norway have 6 attackers. They're going forward. They're going for grip. Right in front. The backhand shot comes. The goalie's down. He can't get the grab on it. Again, they take the shot. Coming from all angles. It's a real scramble out there. Salston behind the net. Niederberger tries to jam it up from a sharp angle. It's right in front. Duraf is down and it bounces out again. It goes back to the point. The shot in is a weak one. The goalie's down. Duraf makes a save. He makes a save again. Just incredible stuff. Christensen was right there. Duraf is down on all fours. He must be totally exhausted. He gets a pat on the top of the head from Brandl.
Look at this action. There's Christensen wide open in front. It looks like a sure goal. Duraf comes up big. There's a rebound. Another chance. It's off the pads. Duraf does a great job of covering it as Niederberger comes in to take Christensen out. There's one shot. Excellent save there. Backhand attempt. Another save for Duraf. He's the hero of the moment for the West Germans. It's so tiring. Watch Gaudet. He even leads on the net to get a rest for a minute.
Well, when you see the referee taking a breather, you know that it's tough out there. This man, definitely the man of the match, for me anyway. And I'm sure my co-commentator Richard Beaupre agrees with that.
I certainly do. Duraf has come up big when he's had to. The West Germans were all over that net. Another timeout you can see has been called. They were scrambling. The Norwegians had the pressure on. You called that right, Paul. You said they'd pull that goalie out, and that's what they've done. That 6 attackers made all the difference in the world as they've had a lot of pressure on that net.
They have absolutely nothing to lose. The timeout has ended. Now the important face-off. 19 seconds remaining on the game. 4-0 is the score. If Norway score, they stay in Pool A. If the score remains the same or West Germany score and they win by at least 4, they stay in Pool A. Oh, so important, this one. No one really wants to take a chance.
What a dramatical finish to this game. It's in the West German end. Everything to go for here.
Walby behind the net. Pokorny goes after him. It's still Norway with the puck. Foyne, he's dangerous. Foyne trying to get it in front. Tapped away by the goalie. 7 seconds. 5 seconds now. West Germany looking to clear it out. It goes as far as the blue line. It's not out. It's batted right back into the corner. There goes the buzzer. The game is over. West Germany celebrate. They stay in Pool A after a shaky start. They've come back strong. Tears of joy on that bench. The fans are going crazy here.
I wonder what this West German support would have done if they won the gold medal. They're absolutely tearing the place down. Look at that team. Duraf has just taken a severe beating from his teammates.
Well, they had a lot of injuries. Their coach was sick. They had a man suspended, but in the end, they came through with an all-important victory.
7th place is 7th place. A very gutsy effort from the West Germans.
The celebrations, I'm sure, will go long into the night until tomorrow morning. They avoided relegation. Norway fought hard right until the end, but they will go down and the Swiss will come up.
There you can see Harold Barrett going after Duraf. Klaus Mert mugged him when he came off the bench. Kuhnhackl was getting wrestled down on the bench. Great stuff.
And all Norway can do is look on and think of what might have been. There's that final shot of the bench when West Germany knew that they had won the game and stayed in Pool A. Great stuff. So an incredible finish there for the bottom half of the table. USA stay in 5th with 12 points. They were comfortable, came strong at the end. Finland in 6th place. West Germany, as we saw, grabbed that final place there. Norway go down.
Tough break for the Norwegians as they fought so desperately. The West Germans going up by the goal difference.
Congratulations then to West Germany. Commiserations for Norway as the teams line up to collect their Man of the Match awards. Some great hockey to come tomorrow. Stay tuned for this one. USSR against Czechoslovakia. That's for gold. Live, 1 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock European time. Don't miss that one. That one is going to be close. You can see how happy the West Germans are as they tug at each other's shirts. Also tomorrow, Canada against Sweden, also for medals. Live, 5 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock European time. So the big boys at the top of the table fight it out tomorrow. Until then, from Richard Beaupre and myself, Paul Ferguson, bye for now.